Hi boys, little trailer. I made a mistake in recording. Fortunately, I'm using Outplayed and it's picking up my mic. So you're gonna see a cast without my face, without too much else going on. The audio can't really be balanced. So we're gonna see how this works out. But I have a banger of a game for you. So we're gonna jump into the game right after this intro. And I just wanted to remind you, if you have anything you want to let me know, put it in the comments below. If you want me to cast certain games or whatever. Panic Katarina one trick, the one and only AD Katarina player. And you're not supposed to say simp anymore, right? So we're not gonna say it, of course. The AD Katarina enthusiast. Always a failure here on the Korean server, going up against the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Hyde on Bush. The fuck out my screen now. All right, in the top lane, we have a Darius facing off against a Poppy, who is also quite the legend and myth himself. It is, of course, F.A. Addy, the man, the myth, the roaming legend. As we have in the jungle, Lee Sin facing off against a FAKER. And then on the blue team here, the bot lane is going to be a Rakan Zaya facing off against a Ezreal Leona bot lane, which is kind of odd. As FAKER here, going to posture aggressively, of course. The Katarina, not necessarily the champion that has a lot of level 1 pressure. Mr. Hyde on Bush. He's gonna play that out, of course. 1, 2, 3, 3 CS here. Very good Qs here by Cat Evolved, of course. But you also don't really have a lot of a different job. As here the charm comes out and Hyde on Bush will find a trade, but... Oh, Cat Evolved finding the Conqueror stacks here and massive damage, but will take a tower shot, which is kind of scary. But of course, kill pressure here available to the Katarina, who has an ignite over the teleport here on the Ahri. As FAKER is going to be spotted out here. Hyde on Bush playing in that bottom side pocket here, actually baiting out the FAKER. You see him posture in there. You see, all of this is intended. He knows that the FAKER is there. As he will not hit. You know what he was expecting? He was expecting the Shanpo onto the FAKER, but Cat Evolved not that easily fooled, as this will stay a... It's a classic FAKER lane. It's just the classic FAKER lane, dude. 4 people on the lane. Everyone trying to impact the goat. Help him out. Or not. As here the ignite will not burn down FAKER. FAKER coming out with a flash. The Shanpo gets Cat Evolved to safety. And FAKER is going to take a recall here. Recall into a bad lane state. Very good lane state here for Cat Evolved. Will probably not really be able to use it though, as yeah, FAKER does have that tempo cheat, of course, of the teleport here. Man, guys like you are the problem with the game, dude. Look at this minion. Oh, man, let me take a tower shot real quick. But only after I take enough damage so the turret executes me. I'm a melee minion. Dude, melee minions, man. They are unhinged. They need to be controlled. Someone needs to do something about them. Whether or not they minion block you, dude. Having way too much impact. Some people even say they have more impact than the top lane role. Okay. Maybe not that bad, but melee minions, quite the problematic ones. Yeah. We're just waiting for them to... Yeah, we're just waiting for them to start the negotiations here for higher pay, right? Gonna go on strike. As FAKER is in a lot of trouble. Addy will pin him to the wall, and that is the goat going down here to the Katarina in the mid lane, and that is very, very rough. And as always, right? Addy. Just ditching the lane. Let's gonna have a look. Yo, what's up, guys? It's me. I'm top laner. I don't have anything better to do here. Oh, you do? Well, that's too bad. I'm gonna trade my worthless time for yours. As the Katarina might be able to pick up a kill here. Playing this very slow. FAKER has arrived. The charm hits. And Katarina will pick up a kill onto the Xayah. One reset available, and thus the blue team cannot trade this anymore as Rakan and Xayah end up going down here. And Katarina has another kill to her name. Now finally gets to recall. As FAKER shaking his head. Wishing he had his team here. Man, why can't everyone be owner and carrier? Yeah, that was more of a Hylissang Rakan, but that's fine. Hilly also, of course, quite the high-level player. Not throwing any shade on him. Just, you know, in comparison to Keria, I guess. Massive damage here. Very good trade by FAKER, but of course the pony is back at it again. We gotta protect the poor little one trick from the god FAKER. As always, a failure. Will find a solo kill onto FAKER, who just dashes in there with no apparent like plan to do anything there and just goes down to the Katarina. Severely underestimating the Katarina Shanpo range, I would suppose. Katarina, of course, not a champion that is played a lot in the Korean ladder. Because I think there, FAKER just underestimated the Shanpo range. Which I understand. It's also across the map, so, you know, but it's like half a teleport range. Eddie back at it again. The roaming top. Yeah, listen, you're not getting away from this one. And this is, of course, how you snowball the Katarina. You get a one more kill here. As always, a failure actually looking to deal some damage here to the bot lane. But eating way too much damage is FAKER. Just gonna push this wave in. Deny the enemy team as Ezreal will pick up a kill onto the Xayah. Why can't everyone be Gumayushi? Man. It's Eddie. Wants to tango with FAKER. Did use his W. Well, someone wants to do... someone wants to do Herald, huh?
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
It's FAKER. I'm going to shove this out. Poppy pinging the Hecarim ultimate being used there. Of course, that could be a reason, but we are... Why are we... I'm confused. As now, of course, we are starting to hit back here onto the Katarina. Katarina staying alive, though, has that red buff in the pot ticking. So it's going to stay alive for the time being. Will regenerate a lot of HP. FAKER has one little timing here to recall, and he's going to have to use it, of course. As he doesn't really have any map pressure with no mana, no HP. As Katarina could cancel the recall here, but isn't going to. Not going to cancel FAKER's recall. That would have been rough if that got cancelled. But I don't think he was expecting FAKER to just recall right in the middle of the lane. Maybe he saw it, but I don't think he did. Oh. With FAKER, you don't expect him to do that, right? You would expect that there is some thought behind this anyway. It's now Addy. I'm gonna start proxying. Dude, Addy turns into the bows. Like, the more and more I watch it, he turns into the bows. I think this is what the Baus should do, is he should just start copying Eddie and just market it to the Western audience who don't follow the Korean server as closely and don't know about the man, the myth, the legend, FA Eddie. That's what I want to see. I want to see the Tariq Baus. I want to see the Rakan Baus, the Poppy Baus, the Perma Roam. Of course, definitely very different from Baus's playstyle, but could, you know, help him out, improve his game. Baus usually more selfish player, a little bit less of a team player and map awareness guy, as he self-admits, so I'm not throwing any shade here. This is what he says about himself. And of course, FAKER is gonna move into the top lane now. It's just got those rotation in the blood, and you can see that. Even though he is down, he is keeping up in farm very well. At 85 CS at 10 minutes, 86 CS at 10 minutes. Definitely not too bad. Make it 91. As we are going to take our leave here. Probably just gonna get boots, I guess, but yeah. Boots still a valuable thing in the side lane to have. As the Darius looking mighty fine. Of course, has a lot of money, as Eddie has spent a lot of his money kind of getting this Katarina ahead as well. As now, yeah, the Darius gonna try to answer the Katarina here. Definitely not a bad choice, as now the bot lane under a little bit of trouble here. We might have a little bit of a dive coming in. FAKER is going to play the off angle here, as we are trying to look for the bot lane here. Leona ultimate comes out, the Ezreal ultimate as well, as Leona will find herself inside of the enemy team here. FAKER already zoning off the Ezreal, but if he can't find a kill here, he doesn't have the ultimate reset, and Katarina will find a kill onto FAKER and thus will be able to pick up her resets. However, the Darius arriving at the scene, and he will just take down everything. Double kill for Katarina. However, it is a triple for the Darius, who is 7-0, running very close here to the Jug Show, and of course does have that Black Cleaver already in the pocket. Absolutely disgusting, this guy's damage at this point. And we're gonna see. Feels a little bit weird to see a Darius without the Stride Breaker, but you know, here we are. This is a thing now. Is the Ezreal going for an Essence Reaver, of course, to get that early power spike. We see two Divine Sunderers here on the right team, so technically this team should win anyway. As of course, Divine Sundra, absolutely balanced item. Every champion who can build it is currently balanced in the meta. And I don't want to think about my Viego struggles once that item gets nerfed. Oh wait, I'm playing Kraken Slayer like 90% of the time anyway. Ah, maybe I should change my ways. Maybe. As FAKER does have that ultimate available, is try to get himself out of there, but Katarina can just, yeah, follow up. And the gank, and FAKER's looking very, very bad here. This game is Lee Sin. Gonna look for that solo kill here onto the Katarina. Katarina will try her best, but the Lee Sin will find her. The Resonating Strike will catch her out even after the Shunpo. Dude, oh my god, my brain just told me it was Resonating Strike. I had not said or researched that in such a long time. My brain was like, no, this is Resonating Strike, dude. And it was the Resonating Strike. The million IQ brain finally doing something. That's nice. Very good fight here. The Darius will be taken down. Shutdown goes to the 2-item pony. The reason I say 2-item is because, of course, that is what he needs, Hecarim. Needing a little bit more bolstering of the stats than just 1 item. Of course, he has scaling with multitude of stats. And thus gets stronger and stronger, and yeah, doesn't quite have it without it. Of course, we are not seeing the tier Hecarim. Instead, we're gonna go for an Executioner's Calling here versus the Lee Sin and the Darius. Definitely not a bad choice, as Darius, of course, running Jack Show as well. Is gonna have a lot of healing to be mitigated. Also, will just be very tanky, though. And this is shaping up to be a difficult game for the Katarina, of course. But, conversely, of course, if the Hecarim gets ahead, then the game becomes very easy for Katarina, because then she can just jump around and avoid the Darius. As here, oh, Ahri is able to just kite that out. Shutdown goes over to Faker as the Flash Ignite from the Leona will take down Faker almost. But it will take him down to 10 HP or so. And that is absolutely ridiculous, as Catapult just smited and taken down here by the Darius. Not smited in the spell sense, but in the, oh no, oh, it's the no, he's, oh no. 10 and 1. The Ghost coming out. Doesn't have mana for the ultimate here anyhow. He doesn't have mana though. So Eddie is gonna get rid of these guys. Pesky little enemy team. Aha. Saved myself there. Man, this is not looking as good as you would think. And interestingly enough here, Cat Evolve's thought pattern. I take a lot of damage. I go armor. I don't entirely agree with that. But I'm also a scrub, so whatever. Right? Who cares? I find it very interesting that he ends up going for the Warden's Mail here. Of course, understands that Warden's Mail is just one of the most powerful items. Like mathematically. As now, Faker gonna be looking for a fight here. Not sure. Well, very good job by Faker so far is here. Katarina needs to be a little bit careful. Addy is of course laying chase, but you're gonna get kited out, and then Lee Sin and Darius are arriving. Planned from a very, very... oh yeah, very, very disciplined Faker there. The only escape is forward, as we will take down Faker. Eddie tanking for that tower dive there, as Eddie will actually buy so much time here for Cat Evolved. But the Rakan ultimate will catch him out, and that is a resonating strike to follow up with a God Drinker to get that kill. God Drinkery. Not sure which one of those two did pick up the kill indeed, but doesn't really matter. That's the pony. Gonna get itself out of there. Yeah, is safe. That sound, I almost thought I heard like a Seraphine ultimate there. I was like, what? Where'd the Seraphine ultimate come from? But no Seraphine ultimates. I'm just like, I've been playing too much Viego mid. I'm psychotic at this point. Like, literally just gone mentally. The Hecarim. Putting out a good amount, but could be farming faster. I mean, he could be... yeah, he could have more money here. I think he could even be a higher level. No, probably not. Probably not that, but... still the Hecarim. Ooh, that is a dodge charm. That is Addy finding the pin, and that is a dead Ahri. Faker will be taken down here by Cat Evolved. Once again, 10, 5, and 3. You see how Cat Evolved is just using... and he's very smart. He's just using Addy. And Addy is, of course, using Cat Evolved. I don't want to imply any power structures here. But they're just using the playstyle of each other, right? To snowball this Katarina. Very smart and very well done. And this is exactly what you want to see. And this is definitely a challenger-worthy, Korean challenger-worthy Cat Evolved. I think this, to me... I think Cat Evolved might be one of the most impressive one-tricks that I've seen in a while. Not as a champion one-trick, but as someone who just, like, does a good job at playing the map. And thinking about things as well. As, of course, Need Her. Also one that comes to mind. I think Need Her a little bit more impressive. Just because, well, not because I'm biased. Maybe also because I'm biased, but... also just because I think that Need Her has just a little bit more awareness. Like, Cat Evolved definitely doing a very good job, right? But I feel like Nidra just has that like uncanny knowledge of the map that you find from people like Showmaker and Faker and Chovy and these greats, where Catavolt, of course, doing a good job, but also getting left in the dirt the last game that we casted, and of course, generally not necessarily having the best of times in some of the games, right? If you look at the Catavolt games that aren't so great, it is oftentimes the map thing that will catch him out. As Faker, having a very, very bad game here, I mean, I must say, right? Faker definitely not having the best of games. It's difficult to play, though, versus Addy and Katarina. Right? This is something that I want you to understand, is like the combo of the roaming Poppy and Katarina are so difficult, because Katarina does insane amounts of damage, and then Poppy, if she finds the W onto you, you can't ult away. All you can do is flash out of it and then ult, maybe. But of course, that's not going to be available a lot, so you have to be very, very careful here. As Addy, yeah, hovering towards the top side, but of course, Catavolt currently preoccupied with setting up for the dragon, so that's just nothing happening. Yeah, Addy pinging. Does want to take down the Ahri here, as he knows that is kind of his job in this game, as he's going to move in, and Faker probably knows what's up. The question is, yeah, what is Addy exactly planning to do here? Who is with Addy? That's kind of what you have to assess at this point, as the W will come out, and see, as you can see, no way for Ahri to get out. Just has to use the flash, and that is, of course, absolutely great here, as the Ghost and Big Brain play will stop the recall here from Faker, as Addy will charge over the wall and look for the solo kill here onto Faker, and he will take him down with all that massive plus 1% HP damage that Poppy got buffed this patch. The new title of this video is going to be, oh my god, Poppy is broken now after buffs. Huge, insane pick secret strategy to gain challenger elo quickly. Again, dragon fight still consistent of posturing, but realistically, blue team doesn't really have a chance. It's a huge ultimate here from the Leona, but no follow-up with it. That makes it a little scary, of course. Darius still not necessarily something that you want to walk into, as the Leona did exactly that. Ultimate, or not ultimate, but what is it called? Like the passive? Darius passive? Darius Rage was there available as well. This Darius will not be able to pick this kill up. Unfortunately, one less bleed stack. One more bleed stack and he would. That's nice. Catavolt will get himself out of there, but that's two people going down. Traded for the dragon. Not necessarily worth it. However, of course, we could have just moved out. We just had to go in there, which is absolutely terrible. Just not the play. You just play it safe. There's no way that the Darius can engage on you, but you run into the Darius. Gonna get screwed over, as Catavolt is just cleaning up this fight. Quadra kill goes over to him, and Eddie takes his share, as he does deserve the snowball. In parts as well, of course. And that is absolutely rough, as of course Catavolt will also pick up the Baron there, and that is, I'm sure that if you go over to the Catavolt YouTube channel, you will find this game with the big thumbnail. I destroyed Faker or something like that. Maybe not. Maybe he's not mid-beast. Maybe he's not gonna keep bringing that one up for the next couple years in the future. Oh no. Okay, Rakan. Gonna sense that out. Hecarim not going for the lethality build, of course. Will not be able to one-shot the AD carry just like that. Lethality Hecarim does get that kill. Katarina gonna be kicked out of the team. Ghost activated here for the Darius, which means he also needs to make something happen. Otherwise, he'll be weaker. Leona trying to donate the 5 stacks onto him here as... Ooh, this is a very, very good fight here for the Katarina, as she will find maximum value out of that ultimate and, of course, those daggers. As, yeah, the Xayah doing what is written on the etiquette. Being the defensive AD carry, just zones you out if you engage into her. Does stun you, does deal damage to you, but it's just not going to be enough. Unfortunately, you're way too far ahead as the Katarina here to really take a lot of damage from it. Also, Randuin's Omen, of course, quite the valuable thing to have. Although, of course, in this team, not nearly as good as in some other teams, right? Imagine something like a Yone or the Yasuo here in the mid lane. And then you have one hell of a team, maybe Fiora even. Fiora, by the way, suffers a lot from a Warden's Mail. This is something that I found out. It's like, I wasn't expecting that because Fiora does a lot of true damage, right? But Fiora actually suffers really hard from a Warden's Mail, is my experience. I need to go into the practice tool and check that out a little bit more. But I found that out in a recent game, and it's really weird because I don't understand. But because you would think that she has so much true damage, but it feels very, very bad for her. As it seemed. Played like a game, then did a 1v1 with a friend where we tested it, and we found out that it cost her like almost 200 damage in a fight, and it was rough. Like, yeah, I don't know. It was very interesting. Of course, me still being preoccupied with absolutely stupid that I shouldn't be preoccupied with. That is not the fundamentals of the game. Talking about fundamentals of the game is FAKER, of course, trying to use those to get at least a kill here. Very good spacing by FAKER there. So he will take out the Ezreal. Kind of taken out here to no avail. Doesn't really matter that much. Because of course, blue team will preserve their Nexus, but let's be honest. That's got them right. Massive damage. This Cat Evolved will just pick up another kill here onto the Rakan. It's almost always worth it to use your cooldowns to acquire a kill as Katarina. As Lee Sin is going to be looking a little bit. Will take a massive amount of damage and will just go down. Is now the Darius is the man in question here, as the Xayah will just be taken down, and that is it, as Katarina ultimate is back up available again, and that is healing reduction against the Darius, and he will end up going down. FAKER now the only man standing, as the pony is fast, but it is not fast enough to keep up with the ultimate. Downside of this, now ultimate charges except one depleted here by FAKER, as he's going to try to defend this. Will go on forward, will hit a charm, will play around the Nexus very well here, but it is probably just not going to be enough to take down the entire enemy team. Just way too many tanky health bars there, as Cat Evolved is going to find the ultimate angle here. FAKER is going to move out of that ultimate just barely, but it is the G to the G, and thus Cat Evolved will absolutely gap FAKER. And I didn't record that. Fuck my life.